And finally we have video number 83. It's been an interesting week and we will get on with the workouts hopefully from this point on, due to flooding, and also I had a major sting into my eye which gave me a huge reaction which required major antibiotics, and you wouldn't have wanted to see me. I didn't really want to see me either. Without saying too much more, today is going to be fitness Pilates. It's to get everything going. That said, it means that obviously big muscle groups, therefore in limited space, lots of squat versions of life. So don't be surprised if squats are in here. Think of your heart, lungs, circulation, and these big boys here, the thighs, the bum, they're always going to have to work really hard to create a kind of fitness, steady state, nearly aerobic workout, certainly a sense of intensity and a sweat getting on there. I'm not going to say much more, I'm just going to start you lying down on the floor. You won't be down here for long. It's really to make sure that we get you with your abdominals switched on, so that no matter what I ask of you as the workout goes on, you actually won't lose your core connection. You're lying on your back, pull your knees into your chest and give yourself a little bit of a tug. You're breathing in and out then. As you keep your knees in, by pulling the knees in, you'll get your lumbar spine to an imprint. You can use a head pad, we're not going to be here for long, but you're breathing in and breathing out. You know the rules, you're breathing in and out, feeling the back behind you onto the mat. Place your hands behind your thighs now and let the legs go to your tabletop. Flex at the ankles so that you get this connection through the whole leg. And away we start with this workout. Breath out, you'll curl up. See the thighs pulling tight together. Breathe in and breathe out, and down you go again. Breath out, the same old way of pulling through your elbows. Obviously, if you can manage to roll your shoulder blades off the floor, that really is the evidence of a good roll up. You don't need to go too much higher than the shoulder blades because you end up bypassing anything useful. Okay, we're going to stay with this one. You're breathing in and breathing out. Your nose points to your navel. Your thighs are tight together, you've got symmetry. If you're really stiff, you're holding on. If you need to curl and uncurl, that's fine. Whichever way, this is the start of the powerhouse finding heat. It will only find heat if you breathe in and breathe out. The inhaling and exhaling starts the heart, lungs and circulation, making a connection with your core. All right, exhale then and send your legs straight. Inhale and bend them in. Exhaling. Now you can breathe as deeply as possible, and the more you breathe, the more the furnaces that are in you, the furnaces are all in the muscle areas, etc., etc., the more heat you will create and promote, the more alignment you'll find, and also the more mobility you'll get in the body as the blood flow increases. We're breathing in and breathing out. The workout will constantly change. Around 10 reps to 12 reps of everything. So we're going to now keep the legs straight. I'm going to say roll down again, exhale, come back up again. Now if you're a bendy wendy, pull your toes to your nose. If you're someone who doesn't really know where your body is, pull your toes to your nose. Exhaling, the rolling up, inhaling and back down. Exhale to roll. Don't be afraid of tugging. Pulling in through the elbow without pulling the legs towards you, obviously. 2 more. And last time. We're going to stay up there this time. Put the hands behind the head. Bend your right leg and exhale, lower it away. Inhale, pull it back. I'm keeping the hands behind the head to increase the demand on the abdominals as the leg reaches away and returns. I'm doing same side for 10. Already the body starts to feel the heat that's been generated by the demand of the positioning. So you're exhaling. If you find it's in your neck, simply put your head down and you could curl up for each one. So you could inhale, go down, exhale, curl up and watch that leg extend. Inhale, roll down, exhale, extend. Now when this leg comes in, switch them over. Exhale, push that leg away. You can either keep up, you could even really, if you needed to, put your hands here. Whichever way, we're waking up the core muscles so that when we do the fitness side of this, you're actually working from the core and the connection to the circulatory breath has happened rather than just throwing your body around as though you were in the gym. You're keeping this leg reaching. Again, if you've got short hamstrings, by all means do a slight bend. Remember, you can uncurl as you send the leg. And curl. Inhaling down. Exhaling up and stay. Are you ready? Switch, breathe in. Exhale and switch. Breathe in. Notice the legs are strong and dynamic. And exhaling. Exhaling. Keeping everything up there. We've done all of this in our previous workouts. We understand this move. And you're keeping the range of movement. Shoulders are away from the floor, shoulder blades. Legs are reaching. The spine goes nowhere. It stays imprinted. Once more each leg. Last time. And pull the knees into the chest. Bring yourself over to your hands and knees. In hands and knees position, use your lines on your mat to know that you're lined up. So hands are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. You're breathing deeply in and out. Find your breath, find the toes ready for your lifting and lowering. So breath out, shrink the abdomen in. Think about your midriff tightening as you lift and lower. Let's go for 10. Now that you're on hands and knees, pushing and pulling, the minute you use your arms for working out, you increase the heat again because the demand on heart, lungs and circulation increases. What really matters, as you should know, if this is in your back, stop, take time, wriggle and reset till it's not. Don't carry on for the sake of a fitness workout if it's in any part of the spine. It suggests you're not getting your abdominal switch on or your alignment's not there. Okay, 2 more. 1 more. And then stay. Let the feet go flat. Bend your elbows to lower the body down without twisting. And have a moment allowing the heat to realign the spine. You can let your head hang, breathe in and out. You need to let release happen so that if you are holding a wrong position with the wrong muscles, you're now allowing it to settle down, okay? We're now going to come back to all fours again, and this time rather than just going hovering up and down, you're going to stay hovered and then go higher to pyramid and back to a hover. Equally pushing with the feet and the hands to take you up and down. Now you've got the chance to breathe, I've got the chance to talk. As your hips go up, you stay in pyramid, you keep your heels high, and then you lower the knees down. Press the ground away, lower down to the ground, push the ground away, pull down towards the ground. Keep the armpits, lats and serrats connected. Deep obliques. And then up to stay. Press your heels down and pick up through tiptoes. Push the ground away, press down through the heels, shoulders stabilise, and up. It doesn't matter if your heels don't go right down. The further your heels go, the more reasoning there is to get your calves stretching as best as yours can. And press. Refuse to collapse. So I'm keeping elevated at the pelvis. My bottom isn't tucking under or anything like that. So I'm keeping the shape. 2 more. Last time, stay. Walk your hands back until you can get your heels down. Keep the hands pressing, bend the knees, let the head go down, release the neck. Go to tiptoe fingers, exhale, breathing in and out, bend and push. We now have you stretching to lengthen the hamstring whilst keeping the abdominal connection. The rules stay the same. Your toes are spread, the arches are lifted, the heels and the outsides of your feet are grounded, as are your fingertips. Your head's looking down at your arches. You can see everything in the legs and the pelvis stays true. You've got 2 more. 1 more.
Now stay with slightly bent legs, slide your hands to where your feet are, keep the legs bent, remember, push down through the heel and roll up through your spine.
You're ready now for the standing work, remembering that it's kind of global-esque. Start with your feet relatively narrow, hollow the abdominals and find the squat. We're going to slow this down because pace doesn't equal intensity. Accurate alignment equals intensity as you squat and stand for 10. Obviously, I'm more concerned with talking and cueing than I am with counting, but I reckon there's about another 5. By all means count or go into your knowledge of pulling the knees back, sitting back through the hips, waking up the hamstring glute at the same time as trunk stabilizing. Going down to stay this time, staying down. Check your knees haven't rolled in. Put the hands backwards to get the upper back active. And now you've got your 10 kind of inner range moves. The thighs are meant to stay tracked, your toes are spread. The arches are activated, the upper back is working shoulder blade to shoulder blade as you're inhaling and exhaling. The breath lengthens therefore as the blood increases the heat in the body, as the big muscles get really involved in waking up every part of you. If you're smart, you're core connecting, pelvic floor, transverse wall. Okay people, the next time you're down, stay. Pick up your left heel and deepen. Inhaling and exhaling. Now it's not the back lifting and lowering, it's the knee, the hip, flex and flex and flex and flex. And then we're going to change to the side. Flex of the hip, hinging, core connecting, shoulders, collarbones wide open, sit bones right back, inhaling and exhaling. If you can hear a little bit of hammering going on, I'm in an industrial unit. Of course, it's a real live working place that I'm in. Okay, people, place both heels down. Exhale to pelvic tilt, and then bring your spine shape and your legs to straight. Go back to your squat. You're going to step to the side, stay down, step to the other side, stay down. I call it the walking squat. So walk and together, step out, step together. I'm not in turn out, I'm staying in the squat. If you need to keep your hands going backwards, then do. I nearly got it into a different pattern. The thing to watch is that you don't pull your knees forwards because you've slightly made a little bit more movement in the body. I'm showing you from the front because I won't have the width of the mat, which is why you're seeing a forwards profile. You do understand the squat. If in doubt, look at where your knees are. They shouldn't come forwards of your toes. If you need to put your hands on your hip bones, as long as you don't poke your chins forwards, and as long as you don't drop your back, then we're good. So we step, and step, and step, and step. Here we go, once more to each side. Every time you deepen, you feel the hamstring and the glute connect you, and stay here. Slightly wider, still parallel. Deepen, and deepen. The side bottom, the hamstrings more towards the external part, start to get involved. Your feet are parallel. You're the width that you can cope with, and your knees are not rolling in. You're breathing in and you're breathing out. The more breath you can make, the more oxygenated air you take into the system, and that's what makes it eventually an aerobic activity. Okay, because aerobic requires oxygen and steady state. All right, people, stay, breathe. Exhale, tuck your bottom under and return your posture back to stand. Change your position, ready to use your mat. Go into a squat, ready for rolling down. Big breath in. Breathe out to nod the chin, forwards roll the spine. Leave the head hanging, breathe in. Breathe out and walk yourself to your plank position. Now lower the knees down, so notice that you'll come away from your shoulders with the chest and then push so that your knees go off. Inhale to lower the knees, exhale, drive the ground forwards. So you keep the push and pull in the body. As you lower to touch, I use my breath out
to pull back because it allows the abdominals to tighten. Your knee joint mustn't come towards the other knee as you go back or forwards. You're working legs, arms, and the trunk keeping you from sagging. Your midriff constantly connected. Back we go, forwards we go. 2 more. 1 more. And then take the hands back. Plant your heels down, bend the legs, let the head hang. Again, a reorganisation, pelvic spine connection. Breath out, tuck the bottom under and reorganise your spine. And up to stand you are. Find a bit of turnout. Take the leg out. First positions then are just staying in a small turnout. If you're someone that struggles with hip issues, then turnout sometimes is not appropriate. You simply carry on with a wide parallel. If you can get this range of movement in turnout, then keep it because it's one of the first things that disappears through wear and tear of the joints. Remember the rules. Your feet turn out only to the degree that your thigh bones pull out. Now, bendy Wendy's tend to have incredible turnout at the lower leg and much more limited turnout from the knee joint to the hip. So just watch that one. Otherwise, we're not doing you any favours. Going down to stay. Stay there. Check your knees are where they belong. Feel the ground as though you're pulling it to you. Keep your shoulder blades together. If you're not getting hot at this point, there's something wrong with your system. As these muscles work, you may be not working deep enough because deep muscle work, in other words, big range of movement, creates blood flow. Blood flow creates heat. Heat is the thing that causes perspiration. And it's when you've got to that stage that your body's working optimally to energize and to train. We're keeping this kind of lower down range, getting into the side bum, top hamstring area, breathing in and out, keeping the core connected, stopping the chest from dropping. And the next time, go down, stay, 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 go down a bit more, stay. You've got heat now in the body so you can create range. Keep the chest open and you're going to stand up. We're going to do our step together, step to the side. So you're going to do 1, step together, step to the side, step together, step to the side. Your range of movement here is up to you. The wider you go, the more control you need in sitting backwards. The backwards seat area takes you out of the knees and keeps you in the big boys in the right place, front and back of the thigh. So gather your breath, and it may be worth having a look at whether you're zigzagging left to right or whether you're traveling along a line, thinking of the line of the mat, okay? So as you go side to side, next time we go down to this side, stay, because you're going to keep down. So just as we did in parallel, together, apart, together, apart. Remember, go to parallel if it's going into the front of the hip. The nickel line I often describe it as. If it's staying in your bum, then wonderful. It may even be, depending on the strength of the inner thigh and length, it could even be on the inside of the thigh. So those spaces, inner thighs, back of the thighs, side bottoms, are all good places to feel this intensity. Okay, now stay this side, stay. Deepen, tuck your bottom under and create a little bit of flattening of the spine. Pick up one heel and deepen and deepen. Keep the heel in the ground, keep the balls of this foot and keep the pelvic position as level as you can. You're breathing for 4 and 3 and 2. Are you ready for the other side? And switch. And then deepen. So the breathing will last longer. The crown of the head is lifted. You're very aware of the trunk stability whilst the legs tell you they're working. You're inhaling
Exhaling the weight to the outside of the foot, side bottom working, inner knee area working, but not the joint. Breathing and breathing and ground. Breathe. Deep and deep. And deeper still. You'll feel all this working. Push it out with your hands. Push, 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 and slowly come back. Okay, you'll bring your legs back together. Come to the bottom end of your mat again. Find the squat. Hands on thighs. Breathe in. Ready to roll down. Slide. Your back should be increasingly mobile. Breathe in. Breathing out then. Find yourself to plank and stay. You're going to tap, return. Leg bend, leg reach. Leg tap, leg reach. Inhale, exhale. And the connection to the ground is real. You're pushing with your hands against the ground as you slide in and back. Shoulders away from the neck. The neck is long. And so if no one was watching you, you say, you know what, I've had enough. But because you're trying to train, you're going, no, I'm going to stick with Tanya. And I'm saying, no, I'm going to stick with you. So keep it going unless it's in your back. If it's in your back, go down to knees and simply tap and come together, tap and together. If it's all in the right place, once more, and then keep the strength, push all the way up to the sky, and start taking the hands back, bend the legs, let the head hang, pull the abdomen in, and pelvic tilting to roll back into your position of standing. You're going to do your lunges. So we're going to start, if you take one leg back to start with, find your sense of stability and then step it up. Take the other leg back and step it up. If you wanted a chair for this, you could have one. If you can get a general movement going, doesn't matter how deep it is or isn't, it's that you can split your legs, step back and up. Sometimes leaving the arms forwards and pulling them back works. Sometimes kind of bending as though you're bending your legs and your arms also works. Whichever way, you're back into stability with a little bit more quad work going on as well as the glute. The front leg is glute, the back leg is the quad. You're looking to feel rhythm and breath. Step back and forwards. Crouch back. Both legs bend. The back heel stays up. And the biggest issue I think I see in the studio is that the back heel tries to go down. People are going to stay back with whichever leg you have back here now, stay. Definitely have the back heel up and breathe. Tuck your bottom under. We've often used the bar for this. Lower and lift. Keep your left thigh or the front thigh from folding in and keep the back leg lowering you down and the back heel up. You're inhaling and exhaling. Your pelvic shape will feel relatively flat back, although if you're a true flat back, softy, kind of pelvic positioning person, people like Diane, Janet Evans, etc., you bend your Wendy's, you keep this in the quad and not in the sacrum. Keep your breath going, keep your chest open. Don't let the front leg thigh knee roll in. Keep the arches active. Are you ready? Step and change. Step back. Find your form, stabilize, then use the position. Never expect the same from each leg. No matter how well you are, how well trained, one leg will have a different reaction to the other because of joint instability, wear and tear, and general strength. So you only let the back knee go down as far as the load stays in the muscle structure and not pinching into the knee joint. The more you can keep pulling backwards, the better for this front leg and the better for the knee. Now, if it was too intense on the thigh, I've had knee surgery on that left leg, So there was a time where all I could do was this. So if that's you, then change the hinge. Otherwise, 2 more, 1 more, and step together. Find your wide position. Are you ready? We squat and lift. Squat and lift. Find the squat, the reach. Remember this, it's star and star. If you want to reach your arms forwards and pull back, the squat in between is what matters. Because as those big muscles push the ground away, you end up with the load for the heart, lungs and circulation and the strength in your legs. It's not about kicking your leg up, it's about poise of balance effectively in a side alignment. And keep going, we're nearly there, people. Inhaling and down, push. Are you ready to do 10 on this side? So 10, 9, 8, find your true stance, your balance, your side bum, your heel. Going for 5 and 4. Ready with 3, and then 2, and then 1, stay, find your 4. Are you ready for the other side? 1 and 2, reach 3, inhale and push the ground away. Come push, says Tanya to herself. And press that ground away. Create your diagonal line from the leg that's lifted all the way through to the neck. 5 more. And 4. 3 more. Keep going. Load the heel, the outside of the foot. And you know what we try to do here is stay. Stay. Feel the instability, but find the stability, because that's what instability does. It finds stabilizers. And let that go. Okay, people. Final position then. Your squat happens again. Big breath in. Exhale, forwards rolling spine. Breathe in. Exhale, into your plank and lower to the knees. Your hands are going to do your tricep dip. Inhale, bend your elbows. Exhale, push up. Inhale towards the ground, forwards. Breath out and push. Down we go. Up we press. Bending elbows. 4 more. Obviously go to box position if this is too intense. 2 more. And last one. And then reach your bum back. Reach your hands forwards and stay. Breathe deeply in and out. You've created such warmth in the body that your back and your pelvic area should give. The hamstrings and glutes should relax. And the mobility should return to your shoulders and your spine. Finally, take the hands back under your shoulders. Tuck the toes back under the feet. Pull your bottom to the sky and press one heel down and keep pushing into it to get you stretched through that calf without twisting the hips. And then up you go. Press your other heel down. Keep pushing into it and resist twisting at the hips. I'm pressing with my hands, pressing with my heels. Press both heels down and pull your shoulders away from your neck. You're getting a true stretch through the calf maybe, certainly into the hamstring if your pelvis hasn't tucked under, and then start to walk the hands back, bend at the leg, slide your right arm to the ceiling and turn to the right.
Breathe deeply in, let your head hang. Slide your arm down, centered. Exhaling, navel to spine. Slide your left arm to the ceiling. Let the head hang and turn to the left. Breathe. Place hands down, centered. Bend your legs, don't let your knees rock together. Breath out then, like a ragdoll with the upper body. You will reverse the journey up, up, up,
until you find yourself stood upright. Okay, that, once you've straightened your clothing, was Fitness Pilates, where every possible muscle globally got involved in the moment. Your heart, lungs and circulation were pumping away for you, and if you're carrying on with your breathing, not bracing, you got a core stabilised fitness workout with a Pilates-esque essence. All right, that's all there is for today. You can actually layer that one with any of the 80, 81, 82 videos, and you'll find you get a really balanced workout. I'll say goodbye for now. Have a great day. I think the sun's shining again here in the UK, here in Warrington even. All right, take care, stay well.